Peaceful greetings and welcome back to my channel. So I wanted to come and do a quick video because today I had something it seemed very major but very minor in a way. Okay, it was minor because it's a simple task that shouldn't have been so difficult to accomplish, right? But it was major because it was the last envelope that seemed to have gotten sent to the wrong address with regards to my activity ebooks going to every state for the foster children, group home children, and children in juvenile hall. Okay, so I sent all of them out, and there was one which was Wisconsin, right? No. Yeah, it was Milwaukee, okay, that I had sent it out and it went to the incorrect address, but that was the only one that in verifying, I couldn't find the correct information online to ensure that it was going to be sent to the right location anyways, okay? So it wasn't like so shocking and surprising that it was sent to the wrong place, but a woman emailed me and she said she was going to be sending it back. However, the original envelopes that I had filled out, they all had the return to another county. Excuse me. And so it was returned, I'm pretty sure. I have not called that county. However, to the other post office. However, then that means that it wasn't coming back here for me to readdress the same envelope and send that out. So thankfully I had spares that I had already, pretty much ready to go. Okay, RTG ready to go. And with those envelopes being ready to go, I just had to, fill in the actual location. And I called and confirmed because the lady who had received the envelope, she stated that, she could get me the corrected address. And I looked the address up and then called the phone number attached to the address and verified with them what their mailing location and who their director was, okay? But yesterday, I called and confirmed, right, in Milwaukee. And that woman, she has a business, obviously, in Milwaukee because it went to her business, right? So the thing is I got that all straightened out yesterday. And so I get up today and I'm going to go, drop this off at the post office, right? And a few days ago, I had, thought I was going to go to the store in the AM. But some kept telling me a few days ago, don't go. And even though I had asked some people to watch my stuff, right? And so Spirit was like, see how the wind picked up? It was like, yeah. So Spirit was like, no, don't go. Don't go. So I didn't go. And I seen that it was like how do I say, like a spirit of like, I guess you could say robbery or thievery. It was a spirit of, of like an energy that if I would have went, my stuff would have been stolen regardless of who was watching it, right? And maybe they could have been in on it too. So for the past few days, I was thinking, well, maybe I could go this day or that day. But Spirit was like, no. So I listened and I didn't go. But then today, I was like, I got to take this to the post office for sure, right? But all AM and through the night, it's been like a darn windstorm. And there's like literally looking like tornadoes. Little mini tornadoes are about to form, all over the place, okay? Like right now in the street, that's what it's doing, okay? where the cars are driving. Looks like little windstorm tornadoes starting. So anyways, it was very, very windy when I had to go, when I was going to go. They tried to mess with my throat chakra. When I was gonna go, you see, you can't see how much is blowing around, but ooh, it's blowing in my nose and everything. So anyways, the wind was like extremely windy. Okay, so you got the wind, but then it's blowing around debris. Okay, and so you got the wind blowing. My kitty baby's like, not trying to cooperate because he's like, what is all this blowing around? And he's trying to jump to the back, to the front, to the back, to the front of my wheelchair. So, I just wanted to say this, because every obstacle that could have come up this AM, right, with whether it was spiritual, physical, witchcraft they done did overnight for the full moon, or just, this wind that's happening, that's even blowing down branches of trees, right? And I'm having to roll over or roll around these tree branches as I go to the post office. Now, we get up there to the post office, and Nieve Tigre is completely freaking out now, because they got 2 trucks on the side of the road, right on the side of the post office, and one of the guys is actually operating a tree saw because he's cutting down branches. Oh, pardon me. So he's cutting down tree branches, and the noise of the saw is like not little Nieve Tigre is like not having it. He's like, whoa. He's like, so he starts freaking out. So I was like, you know what? We're gonna do this old school style, because when it would be cold before, in the winter months where we were at previous to here, I would put Nieve inside my jacket. So I zipped up my jacket and I started to cup him in there like a baby, and I put him in my jacket so he could be safe, secure, and away from the debris flying around. And he just tucked and nuzzled his little head in between my arm and my ribs, and so he was all warm and everything. And then I got one of the guys, after I asked him not to use the saw because it was scaring my kitty baby until we left or whatever. And I asked him if he could roll me up the ramp, because the ramp to the post office is really steep. And so he rolled me up the ramp or whatever, and they got one door like slightly cracked, so it didn't even look like the post office was open, but it was open. So I went up there and I dropped it off and everything. And then on the way back, I got a little push across the street, a busy street and everything. But what the main point of this video is, right, every step of the way, whether it was, Nieve Tigre freaking out and me having to deal with that and handle that so he's feeling safe and secure, whether it was the windstorm blowing all this stuff like violently, some of the stuff around, right, and having to roll through the storm, it just sparked me as being very, spiritual, right? As we go through our life and these storms, getting to the destinations and getting to the accomplishments that we have set out to do, the debris and obstacles and windstorms and little tornadoes and sometimes real big ass tornadoes, are going to form and attempt to be obstacles in our way. And at any point I could have been like, well, no, let me wait till later, but then I wouldn't have had somebody to watch my stuff and all this other stuff. So then, it would have brought forth all this other stuff, right? And either way, it just seemed like, the adversarial forces per se were attempting to create anything and everything to detour me, or, because I know these thoughts were not my own, right? But it was like, oh, just wait till later, right? No, I can't wait till later, because later, there's other stuff that I have to get done, and I have somebody that can watch my stuff now. And so it was just like, it would have been easy for me to say, no, I'm not going to go right now because of all this stuff. And even I had a security guard telling me that on the other side of this same area, tree branches had fallen down and fell literally on top of cars, big tree branches, right? So there's all these things that could have detoured me from going. I mean, because when I'm telling you there's branches on the ground directly on the side of the post office, I'm talking about stuff that I would not be able to roll over. These men had to move the branches out of the way. So I'm waiting for them to move these big, oh, nieve almost got a bird. These big branches. I want to say the diameter of some of these branches probably 5 or 6 inches, So diameter meaning not the radius. I'm talking about the diameter. So that's like the full length from one side to the other side, whereas the radius would be from the center point across to one side. So that would be double the size. Okay, so the diameter fully across was like at least 5 or 6 inches on the ones that I seen, but it could have been some bigger than that I really wasn't paying attention to, because the simple fact was I just needed them out of my way. And I rolled over some of the little ones. I just rolled over them because I didn't feel like I had that much time, because I was on a time constraint. Hold on one second. Okay. So, anyways, the point is that in life, there's going to be a lot of things that are going to come up to detour you from what you are setting out to do, especially if it's something important. So this is important because this is the last. So 49 made it to their destination, and 1, I got the email of the lady telling me that it went to the wrong place, and so I had to straighten that out and make sure that it gets to the right place. So this was the last one. So it seems so small. Oh, you're just sending off an envelope, but it's the last one of 50, right? So it has to be corrected. And so it's small. It seems like such a small thing, but it's big in my purpose. It's big in that, that actually finishes the complete project that I set out. Okay, you see that? Ooh, but see, what you don't see is that all that dirt that is throwing. Okay, but right when I'm saying this, that's when that is blowing. Okay. But okay, so spirit agrees. That's a confirmation. Spirit agrees. So something that could seem so minute, right, and so little, and just like I don't want to say non-important, but it could seem like it's not as significant or as important as you would think it would be. It actually is, right? In the totality of what someone's purpose could be, and in fact what my purpose is. Okay, so it was highly important regarding my purpose and the goal that was finished, but then one little aspect of it needed to be corrected, right? For it to be actually properly finished. So I just wanted to come and do this quick little video and let you guys know that yes, the adversarial forces, I don't care what you want to call them, archons, agents in the matrix, demons, diabolical entities, spirits, whatever, I don't care what you want to name it. The force that doesn't want you to accomplish the things that, whether you want to say God, the universe, source, your divine purpose, you know, what you set out as your, you know, goals to accomplish, right? When those things come up, you got to let none of it stand in your way so that you can actually accomplish your goals. Now, I got over there and back in record time. Okay? I got back in under 30 minutes. Okay? And it is right down the street, but for somebody in a wheelchair going over a bridge and, you know, down another block and across the street and all this stuff, like, you know, it's a little ways. And then, you know, I did get help going up the ramp at the post office. But what I'm saying is that there are going to be energies and things that come up against you. Okay? It's going to. Okay? And when they do, you just be ready. And regardless of what it is, branches thrown in your way, mountains attempted to form in front of you, like whatever it is, be ready to climb over it, roll through it, you know, go under it. You know, think of it like a mud run. You know, the mud runs, they got all these different obstacles in the course and whatever, and usually you don't know what the course is going to have until you get ready to actually do the course, and those things come upon you as you're running the course, right? So you just gotta stay ready so you don't have to get ready, right? You gotta be ready and stay ready, okay? And literally with that, not knowing what those obstacles are going to be that are going to be thrown up, or even the words that can make you doubt that you should go down that road in the first place, right? Because there's dangers, right? There's dangers, in my case, branches falling on cars, right? There's branches that are just falling, and I was like, you know, the branches are falling because it's not watering the trees like they should, because if they watered the trees enough, there wouldn't be no dead branches to be falling. Okay, that's number one. So let's clear that up right quick. Okay. But anyways, I'm gonna end this video. I hope it helps someone in realizing that yes, like this little story, we're gonna use it as something to be a teachable moment and lesson, right? That regardless of whatever weird obstacles come up, just be ready, and when you are ready, you can overcome them. Because I just, you know, like I said, I still left, even though it was supposed to be dangerous. And my kitty baby flipped out. I got him to where he was actually feeling safe and secure, right? So you, like, these little things, I just had to roll with it. And I want you to be able to roll with it as well. Roll with the punches, as they say, or go with the flow, and just be fluid in knowing that you can actually do it. You can accomplish what it is you're setting out to do, regardless of whatever is thrown up in your path, you know. And I just want to celebrate a little bit because I got it done, you know, with all those obstacles, with all that weird stuff that was trying to come up. Okay. So y'all could put a little party symbol in there, in the comments, right? And send some celebration energy my way. And you celebrate too, because these foster babies and group home babies and children in juvenile hall, they deserve, wholesome, high integrity activities that can be found in my activity ebook. And if you would like to support my activity ebook and or my efforts, go ahead and you can find all that information in the description, and other ways to support this channel, okay, will all be down below in the description, such as my fine art, right, website, where you can get all kinds of merch and educational tools, and all of the coloring pages can be found that are actually activities within my activity ebook, can be found in and on my fine art page, which means you can get it on any kind of merch, which is really cool. I mean, because if you're not a colorer per se with color crayons and colored pencils and markers and stuff, then that means you can go get some paint, and you can actually do these coloring pages on beach bags, on towels, on big huge shower curtains. You can do it like it's a mural, hang it up on the wall and just get to painting with some spray paint, or you could, that's I wanted people to have more creative ways to utilize these coloring pages that are really cool. Okay, but anyways, I'm not gonna run it up, as they say. I'm gonna end this video here, and my eyes got a little debris in them, so I might have to do a little flush, because they kind of got a little puffy, just a little bit. But listen, that will pass. And the story about how difficult it was for something so simple of just going down the street. Oh, because what I didn't mention as well is that it felt like my wheels had this like opposing force that was like holding it back from being able to just wheel properly. Now later I checked, and my bag was hitting the wheel, and so it was like it was rolling with the brakes on one side. So that got fixed, and but it wasn't until I actually got through the post office doors and everything that the actual friction on my wheelchair with that antagonistic kind of force of resistance on my actual wheelchair itself let up. And so it almost felt like the other wheelchair before, where I would have the electronic harassment and they would lock up the wheels like the wheels on a shopping cart going over that magnetic strip in the parking lot of a grocery store, right? So it was very similar feeling to that, even after I had the bag that was hitting my wheel fixed and actually taken off of and realigned on the back of my wheelchair, where it wasn't hitting the wheel anymore. So that was one main thing, because like a lot of the way there there was that resistance even on my wheelchair wheeling over there, okay, which was a lot. So I had to fight against that, and I did it anyway. And like I said, even after the bag got fixed, it was still like that until I got through the post office door. So it was like that resistance that didn't want me to get to the post office and wanted me to give up rolling up there. But then it let up and completely felt my wheelchair wheels felt free as soon as I got through that door. It was like that was the magnetic strip or something, or the golden place. And once I got there, the it was done. You know, the resistance stopped. You know, and so anyways, that I think that was like important for people to know too. So anyways, I'm gonna end this video. You guys have a wonderful day. Like I said, you can find everything that you need to support me, my kitty baby, and my sons, my 4 amazing sons coming back to me, in the description of how you can support this channel. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And if there are videos that you like me to touch on, whether they're spiritual, they're fitness, artistic, go ahead and put those in the comments too, because I do read the comments. I love reading your guys' comments. And I could end up doing a whole video off of just one individual's comment, right? You know, so I do appreciate you guys' comments, and I do you know, read them with reverence to what other topics you guys might want me to touch on in the future. Okay? All right. But with that being said, have a wonderful day, and don't let these haters or obstacles, wishes of warlocks, skip scap, scallywags, fruity loops, or anything else stand in the way of you and your dreams and what you have to do. Okay? Peace.